This is me. I was born in Redmond, Washington on May 29th, 2002. My family moved to Utah when I was 4 years old. Growing up as a part of the cultural minority in a place that was not diverse, it became one of my core values to relate to others by seeing situations from their point of view. 10 years later, we moved back to the Seattle area. In 4 years, beginning in 8th grade, I went to 3 different schools. But it wasn't until I was older that I was able to understand how one's identity is shaped by their experiences and circumstances. Hi, my name is Julia Loren Schatzwell, and I'm grateful to have this opportunity to reflect on my high school career. I'm a creative. This could mean many different things to different people, but to me, it means that I get to organize the lines and color outside of them if I want to. The characteristics that have supported my academic success are the same features that I have had since I was really young. As the oldest child in my family, I have always had a strong sense of responsibility, and my standards for doing any task are very high. Sometimes that can be viewed as a strength or weakness, because if I don't know how to do it, or if I take a lot of time so it is done right, then I have to slow down to process so I'm happy with the final product. When it comes to traditional school, with time tests and doing things for the first time without having any practice or a clear understanding, I have always struggled to make myself go faster. This may be perceived as a hindrance in geometry or on the SAT. However, I found my place in video and graphic design for my perfectionistic and detail-oriented strengths. I'm still discovering the edges of my creativity and my determination to go beyond it.
Mr. Steins, am I free to go use the restroom, or do I have to stay in class?
Only if it's an emergency.
Emergency?
No, not really.
Okay, so the way that we're going to handle the restroom thing, this is great. I'm glad you brought this up. The way that we're going to handle the restroom thing is the same way that we would handle the restroom issue at the junior high school. If it's an emergency, I want you to go. But if it's not, then we have 5 minutes left, all right?
Okay.
Okay, very good. I'm going to ask, since we do have 5 minutes left, I'm going to ask if Toretto, if you would.
When I look back over my high school experience, I see that each year has challenged me to grow. I enjoyed the opportunity of being a part of Cascade through athletics, class leadership, volunteering, community service, and honors classes. It's amazing that for someone that doesn't like to be in the spotlight or speak into the microphone, it hasn't been that bad, and I have had so many opportunities to stretch beyond my comfort zone. In the beginning, I would just sit and observe. I'm naturally more quiet than everyone else. Throughout high school, I was surrounded by people who encouraged me not to worry about being afraid of new or different, but to just try it and see what God would do. I decided I didn't want to miss out on opportunities to be involved because I was scared or shy.
Oh my God! Hi! It's only me!
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen.
The people that I tend to spend the most time with include those from all walks of life. Whether that be older, younger, or different nationalities, some have had amazing privileges, and some are still looking to find their place. I see those people who may be invisible to others and try to draw them out and make them feel comfortable enough to be themselves. Because I prefer deeper connections with people that require time, it can be hard to be uprooted and build connection with people who already have social groups established. During my 10th grade year, I found myself in Miss Bird's office with a few other kids who were still trying to find their people. It didn't take me very long to recognize that this was a growing period, and I would be able to find and be the connection for these kids as well as those who seem to have a place. I want all of my relationships to be purposeful and challenging to make us stronger and better together.
have a drinking problem. I said I'm drinking just fine.
Does it do 2 people? Wait, is it? What the dark trimmers under my eyes.
Growing up, I have always wanted to be pure at heart and walk in integrity, but I didn't know how to use the talents that God had given me in my walk. I knew that people had had a personal relationship with God, but I didn't feel like I had had a personal connection in my life. During 9th and 10th grade, I felt like I was going through a quiet period where I was absorbing and desired to live in relationship with God, but didn't know how to practically live that out. We were visiting various churches, trying to find a church where we could get plugged into a youth group. I was testing different principles, and it wasn't until my junior and senior year that I found the opportunities to practice my faith. I feel like it all came together, and I was able to join a youth group at Church for All Nations, and I got baptized this summer before my senior year. I developed some good mentor relationships. Looking back, I can see how much I have grown because I joined the worship team both at school and at church. I know God is preparing me for some exciting times, and even walking through this COVID situation, He's teaching me to trust Him day by day. My most recent creative outlet is exploring the digital media arts. For the past 3 years, I have been filming, editing, and producing videos on a weekly basis. As I continue to grow, I will take advantage of every opportunity to explore and stretch my skills. I am inspired by the people and ideas I see around me. Give me a mess, I'll organize it. Give me a challenge, I'll find an inventive solution. I thrive in diversity, give order to chaos, and work with the flair of practicality. All that to say, I am most happy when I'm creating and designing. I want to attend University of Washington, then pursue a degree in the field of marketing, media, and arts. My goal is to drive business by connecting with people in more real and honest ways. I know that I am living my God-given purpose when I'm encouraging those around me to walk in integrity, when I'm creating, and when I am serving those I love.
Kellen!
Although I've spent the last few minutes describing a lot about me, I'd like to thank those people who have poured into my life and have invested in my past so that I can be the person God has created me to be. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for my cooking skills, my cleaning skills, my thinking skills, and my musical creative skills. I'd like to thank Jesus for saving me and for my fruit of the Spirit skills.
Bye,
Bye.
You my Chick-fil-A. You're my number one.
I'd like to thank my siblings for giving me sharing skills. I'd like to thank my friends for making the hard times less painful, my goofy skills, my silly skills, and my laughing skills.
No! No! No!
What I just did.
I thought you want this for my...
I'd like to thank my extended family for the heritage of faith, encouraging skills, and for always having my back. I'd like to thank my mentors for my fearless skills. And thank you, teachers, for preparing me and giving me communication skills. Thanks for believing in me.
Oh my gosh!
Stop.
I know. First day.
Cute hair, Vanessa.